Members, I refrained from rising prior to now. As a co-author on the underlying bill prior to its being bastardized, I didn't want to engage in any of the theatricality regarding germaneness or rules. I find that boring. I think Minnesotans do as well. What I find interesting, educational, relevant, is the way in which this moment stands as an unfortunate affirmation of the cynicism I came here with in the first place. I'm a pretty cynical person by nature. And I try to be optimistic. And sometimes I see moments for hope, moments for optimism. I've talked about that before. Every once in a while you'll see times where we all come together, times where we have an all-green board, like we did on this bill when it passed out of this house on the floor. And those are good moments. Moments where I have side conversations with those of you on the other side, in the hallway, in the retiring room, and we're connecting, we're seeing things eye to eye. This really sets that back for me as a co-author on this bill. I feel like a sucker because I believed that I could be bipartisan. I was the only Republican who signed on to this bill in this chamber, only one. And I was told that I shouldn't have. And I ignored it. I said, no, it's a good bill. It does good things. It's a proactive bill. This is something we should have came up with. Majority's ahead of the curve on this one. And I was actually pretty excited about it. But now it comes back with language that, despite the conversation we just had, the debate we just had, we all know, come on, we all know it's not germane. We all know one bill has nothing whatsoever to do with the other. We all know that if that bill could pass onto its own, you would have done it that way. Because as has been noted, you have the time. And of course, we all know, because we have it on record as part of the journal of this House, that everybody in this room supported the underlying bill before this happened. Uncontestable. And yet here we are. It's like you're trying to come up with ways to make things less agreeable. And for that reason, aside from just the underlying disagreement with the substance of the text that's been added, which, unlike the original bill, which was well thought out, well considered, well deliberated, what's been added to it is half-baked, not ready for prime time, unconstitutional, foreign-influenced. This is legislation that came to us from the European Union. We're somehow going to try to copy and paste into American jurisprudence. Not going to work. Spoiler alert. It's inexplicable to me why you would do that. So I'm going to be a no vote. I'm going to ask other members to vote no on this as well. And that's a shame, because the underlying bill prior to this conference committee was a good bill that had unanimous, universal support in this chamber. So, thanks.